Today is Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Coming up, we've got details on tonight's Super DIRTcar Series race at Brewerton, plus a bunch of stats and numbers for your Tuesday. Before we dive in, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, and hit those follow and notification buttons depending on where you consume this. Make sure to follow at DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget, DIRTRACKR.com has a bunch more cool dirt racing stuff. Now, let's get going. For your day today, I've got a bunch of different numbers and stats to ponder as you're driving around or working or chasing after your kids. First, I talked a bunch earlier in the season about the parity in the dirt late model world, and into August, that has still reigned somewhat. Even with the success we've seen from guys like Jonathan Davenport and Brandon Overton, nobody is doing this season what they did in 2020. Brandon Sheppard and Tim McCreadie have cemented themselves as the two championship favorites between the Outlaws and Lucas, with plenty of racing still to come. But they've done it by more by consistent finishes than they have by doing a ton of winning. Sheppard does have 5 wins in 35 races in 2021, but he had 14 in 40 last season. And McCreadie has 3 wins versus 7 like he did last season. Both drivers have finished towards the front, though, in a lot of races, and both have perfect 100% top 5 efficiencies. That consistency from each has allowed Sheppard to creep away from Madden and McCreadie to stretch the lead over JD and Hudson O'Neal. I think both would have to have pretty epic meltdowns, or their rivals would have to basically get white hot to lose these championships at this point. After missing out on the Silver Crown Series championship in 2020, Kody Swanson is back with a vengeance this season. He didn't participate in the race at Williams Grove, but is still leading the Silver Crown Series standings over Logan Seavey right now, and Justin Grant, actually. In his 5 starts, he has 2 wins. Both of those were on the pavement of Lucas Oil Raceway. He is a 2nd on the pavement at Winchester, and dirt finishes of 3rd at Eldora and 6th at Sealands Grove. Over the weekend at Lucas Oil Raceway, he led all 100 laps en route to the $50,000 Hoosier Classic victory. He leads all drivers in most statistical categories, including wins, top 5s, top 10s, laps led, and top 10 efficiency. In the USAC National Sprint Car Competition this season, Kevin Thomas Jr. is a completely different driver. In 27 starts last season, he had 0 wins, 5 top 5s, 14 top 10s, and an average finish of 10.6. Through 26 races in 2021, he has 4 wins, 17 top 5s, 23 top 10s, and an average finish of 5.2. That's an insane jump from one season to the next. He's qualifying better, starting features better, passing way more cars, and has led way more laps. The massive improvements have made him a serious challenger for the championship, as he currently trails points leader Brady Bacon by only 56 markers. He's currently riding a streak of 15 straight top 10 finishes. The changes he and his team made in the offseason have paid seriously big dividends. We'll see if that continues this weekend as the USAC Sprint Cars head to Paragon. Currently 4th in the World of Outlaws championship standings, 258 points behind leader Brad Sweet. Donny Schatz is probably not going to fight his way back into this championship hunt. But that doesn't mean he won't be a serious factor in a lot of races going forward. His current moving 5-race and 10-race average finishes are in the mid-4s, which is towards the top of the series. And since Eldora on July 18th, he's been on one of his best runs of the season with 10 straight top 10 finishes. That includes that 2nd place result in the Knoxville Nationals on Saturday night, which was one of his most impressive races of the year. He started 5th, led 14 laps, and had a shot late in the race to stop Kyle Larson. That will certainly inject some confidence and momentum into the TSR 15 bunch. A lot of his numbers show a team that is not quite what they've been in recent years, but don't think that Schatz is done just yet. The competition with the Outlaws is as tough as it's been in a long time, but when Donny gets hot, look out. The series is headed to his native North Dakota this weekend, including a stop at River Cities. In his past 5 starts there, he has 3 wins and hasn't finished worse than 4th. This upcoming run through North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska could be coming at a very good time for this team. After taking several weeks off to allow teams to compete at the Knoxville Nationals, the AllStar Circuit of Champions is back this week at I-96 and Plymouth, and there is no reason to expect points leader Tyler Courtney is going to slow down. He's been red hot since the opening weekend in May, with only 1 series finish outside the top 10. In that span, he's picked up 7 All-Star wins, plus the Kings Royal, and last weekend made his first ever Knoxville Nationals feature start. I'm honestly kind of surprised that that fact didn't get more pub, especially with as kind of out front as Courtney has been this season, a lot of the storylines. Getting collected in a crash with Brian Brown ends his hopes of a good run at Knoxville, but that team is poised for an epic run to the finish, and they all but have the 2021 All-Star title in hand. As is always the case, if you'd like to see more stats and analytics like the ones I've just shared, you can hit up DIRTRACKR.com/analytics. I have 749 races in the database for both the Outlaw Series, the All-Stars, Lucas, all 3 USAC National Series, and the Chili Bowl. And there are something like 4,000 pages of information to peruse, including full results, driver pages, race results by track, yearly stats, and a whole lot more. Super DIRTCar Series continues their 2021 season tonight at Brewerton Speedway in New York for the Demon 100. $10,000 goes to the winner, and there is a guaranteed start in the Super Dirt Week feature on the line as well. Stuart Friesen has won 3 of the last 4 series races, including last week at Orange County Fair, and he leads the current point standings by 75 over Matt Shepard. Peter Britton, Matt Williamson, and Mike Mahaney round out the top 5. Friesen has definitely been the guy to beat this season. He has 6 wins, 9 top 5s, and 10 top 10s in 11 starts. Nobody else has been able to match that torrid pace so far. Shepard, Britton, Williamson, and Tim Fuller are the other drivers with Super DIRTCar Series wins this season. So far in 2021, 132 cars have made a series appearance, with 17 having been at every race. That's pretty damn good to be this deep in the season and have that many cars at every race. Matt Williamson is the most recent winner at Brewerton back in 2019. He topped Chris Heil and Larry White that season. Matt Shepard also has a bunch of recent series wins at Brewerton as well. With good money on the line in that Super Dirt Week spot, there should be a strong field of cars at Brewerton tonight. Grandstands are set to open at 5 p.m. Eastern with hot laps at 6:30. For more details, visit SuperDIRTCarSeries.com. There are 4 shows on today's streaming schedule. Dirt Vision has the Super DIRTCar Series at Brewerton and weekly action from Millbridge. Speed Sport has sprint cars and dwarfs from Cottage Grove, and there's Flow Racing 24/7. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Tomorrow on the show, we'll get you ready for the BC 39 on the dirt track at Indy for the USAC National Midgets. The entry list is massive and includes some serious talent. I haven't talked about this event yet just because I wanted to kind of dedicate more time to it, and I didn't want to kind of get it caught up with the Knoxville stuff going on. So we'll do a bunch on the BC 39 starting tomorrow. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Tuesday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.